we're kicking off Reviewer's View, Hi-Fi Deluxe 2018. Terry, what did you think of the show this year?
It was wonderful. It was the largest it's ever been. 26 rooms, I believe.
I think 27 maybe.
And it's my favorite audio show. It has all the passion, exotic equipment. The entire Marriott is filled with people from the audio industry. So if you have dinner there in the middle of the lobby, you're bound to have people come back and forth and greet you. It's a wonderful experience.
I second that. It's a wonderful experience because of that, just that. Jeff Rowland will pass by, or another luminary will pass by, and you really get a feel like you're in the heart of the high-performance audio industry. Speaking of the heart of the high-performance audio industry, the most exotic equipment is to be found at Hi-Fi Deluxe. And kicking off the Exotica was the ADVIC speaker with the Omega Audio Concepts room. I mean, this is that cauldron-shaped CD transport. Is that cool or what?
Well, and also, Daniel Cohen of ADVIC, he's the designer for ADVIC's planar magnetic speakers.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, okay. His wife was the interior designer. And Mrs. Cohen, listen, when I hear all the time that guys want to dress their cables, hide the cables behind. They're so afraid their cables are going to look messy. Well, do what she does. She just turned them into a sculptor. They were bright, fire engine red cables, and they were a sculptor in the middle of the room. I mean, it made people go into the room.
It did. I was showing one of the exhibitors who had a exhibit room on the upstairs area of the tower. He walked into the room and he said, "Should I check this room out?" And I opened the door for him, and I just looked at his face. It just went. It's amazing, as you can see here. It's beautifully designed.
But back to Daniel's ADVIC's speakers, they were wonderful.
Yeah, very, very seamless. Now they do have a ribbon tweeter that goes along, but the planar magnetic for the full range side of the loudspeaker. Again, look them up online. Civic.
I thought it was the best sound at the show.
Well, I think there's other good sound too.
Oh that was my favorite of the show. But you'll see the video. We talk about the other components in the system too.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let me throw out. Well, no, it's your turn. You throw out a room.
How about Audio Plan? Audio Plan was once again at Hi-Fi Deluxe.
Once again, yep.
They had the Jadi amplifiers.
That's correct, and we saw that new Jadi turntable too.
Oh yeah, it was. They have a larger version of this turntable, and the exhibitor called it the Little Sister.
This one,
the Thalys. I believe the name of the larger turntable is the Thalys. I didn't get the name of this particular.
Well, good for you. You're a better.
Also, you've got to watch the video
journalist than
because you
me.
got to see how you change speeds on this thing. It's unique.
Yeah, you lift the mat up and then you stop the platter, and there's little holes in the platter.
You shouldn't tell them because we want them to watch the video.
Well, they'll see it. I'm going to show it to them. And
Okay.
Here, I'll tell you, I'm going to show them right now in a still shot.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But the audio plan is a dealer distributor. So they distribute Jadi, they distribute numbers of others lines, as you'll see in the video.
Yes.
But they have this one-off loudspeaker. They were thinking about going into manufacture with it. I encouraged them to do so, but they did not do that yet. So I would reach out to them if you like the sound of this loudspeaker and say, hey, why don't you build 10 of these? They're that good. But that was a standout room this year, just like last year. Yep. Another room, Tara.
Oh, the ADVIC Room, which is always a good room.
Yeah, the little ride of D1.1s, as Michael Borison said, they've got cult status, and there's a reason why. They just totally disappear in the room. They were using the ADVIC U150 integrated amplifier, and it was just wow. What was unique though was a new stand. I didn't know this, but Lars Christensen was in the stand business many years ago. And when they decided to continue producing more in the Anzus ADVIC line, they decided, hey, we should do a stand. And Michael said, well, Lars, you have experience here. And they both put their heads together. Michael designed it because he's a materials management expert. And as you'll see in the video, it's unique, and it's surely added to the life of that system.
It's an aluminum frame with titanium uprights.
Yeah, the uprights.
If you're curious
about that.
And he also introduced a new power conditioner. It was a Mains 8D2, I believe.
Yeah, now the mains 8 is a DTC, so this is a D2 power distributor. So that was new, and there was another one in the line too he had, and it was static display.
And they were using their D2 cables that had been introduced this year.
Yeah, they're good.
To the public.
Real good.
Yeah,
I mean,
real good stuff.
Real good sound. Real good sound. So it's getting more affordable. You don't have to go all DTC to have holography.
Yeah, he uses a lot of the technology from DTC.
Yes, he
to
does.
Trickle down.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Very good sound though in that room. Very good sound.
I'll throw out another room. The audio note room was sounding very good.
Yeah.
Vincent Belanger and Audio Note Music, they've re-released the recording that Vincent did almost 10 years ago, L.A., and we played 2 tracks off of that, and you'll hear them both in the video. It just takes your breath away. It's so beautiful. So the beauty of the sound gets the marks here. The recording had been remastered. The remastering engineer worked with Sony.
Very beautiful.
Very
we
beautiful.
played it at home when we got home.
Yeah,
it's
it's a beautiful LP.
And it was played on the new TT3 turntable that is now in production.
Well, this was the
room.
first one off the line, according to the exhibitor.
Yes,
and,
Mario.
Yeah, yep, and we saw, and you saw this in the Audio Note factory tour, them making it and them designing it and going back and forth on different components to go into it.
So here it is, just for you.
Here it is, just for you, in production now.
Yes.
How about another room, Terry?
How about Desis? That was the first room we went into in Hi-Fi Deluxe.
It was, and in fact, we discovered for ourselves, they were in business for several years, in Munich 5 years ago, they were exhibiting in the hall. They had just a kiosk. And I don't know, the camera just came like on it. I couldn't turn the red button off. It was just so, the eye candy, the beauty of the horn, the beauty of the design of it. He has an amplifier as well. And when we walked into the room, they were playing a flamenco track. And you could hear the
Great.
The feet on the dancers on the floor in the whole room. The whole room was moving, and I mean the people in the room who were listening, and it wasn't our recording. They were like jumping up and down almost. It was wild. It was really wild. And we did not use that track for copyright, but we use our own track, and you'll hear it's spectacular. Just a spectacular room.
It's what horns do best.
It's what horns do best.
Okay.
Okay. Another room, Tara.
Let's see. How about the Cube Audio Tektron room?
Well, that was a very interesting room. I had heard about Cube Audio, but never really studied it. I didn't seek it out online. It's like scuttlebutt to hear about, oh, there's a new single driver manufacturer from Eastern Europe. Well, this is the first we got to hear it. And they had a new 10-inch. And the 10-inch, it has these little, how would you, like leaves or petals coming out of the single driver.
Like a water lily.
Like a water lily. And I think there were 4 of them on the 10-inch, and it was just awesome.
There were 4.
It had bass that I've never heard in a single driver design. So they say they sacrifice efficiency to get the bass. So you do have a trade-off here. You either can have a super efficient single driver speaker like the fantastic Voxative, or you can have this approach where he drives the efficiency down. I'm assuming there's something with the box. Maybe it's. We'll ask more questions as we learn more about it. We've requested a review sample of this wonderful loudspeaker, but my goodness gracious, it just played bass out the wazoo.
Yeah, and they were with this company I'm not familiar with. It's a Tektron tube amplifier, amplifiers and electronics.
Yeah, Teckron.
And I don't know what the power was on those Tektrons.
No, we did not know.
Yeah.
No.
If he sacrificed efficiency, wouldn't he have had to have more power than what it looked like?
Well, look at it this way. Some single driver speakers, like the Voxative, the new Voxative that we'll talk about in Reviewer's View from the MOC for the high-end show, he has efficiency over 100 dB. And I think it's approaching 109. I'll double-check the specs before we shoot that video. Yeah, outstanding loudspeakers. They have an 8-inch driver version that's on the market now. And that retails for just about $10,000. So these are attainable products for magical sound. Again, Cube Audio. Another room, the Malvalve room.
Oh, always.
Consistently good sound. Year to year to year. Yeah. This year he has accent, the drivers of the loudspeaker, magnetostatic for the bass and the mid-range, and electrostatic for the tweeter. Right. And it's seamless. It's almost like a single driver approach. and he had his, I believe they were the number 3 amplifiers driving them, and they're very unique. The crossovers are outboard. The power supply is outboard for the amplifiers, as is the output transformer. So the amplifier just simply houses the tube.
It's just a case.
Yeah, it's a case with tubes, and so of course
all the guts are on the outside.
That's right. The magic of a tube amplifier is the output transformer, and so he has that now off chassis. I don't know of anybody else who does that. No.
But whatever he does, it works
It's
really,
magical.
really well. I could live with Malvalve, period,
Yep.
for the rest of my life.
Yep.
And he has a new headphone amplifier that can also work with loudspeakers.
If you have an outboard transformer
That's
for the speakers,
right. That's
there
right.
you
But
go.
you'll see that in the video.
And you'll see it in the video, and you'll hear the magic as well. His name is Dieter Malach, and he's an expert designer based in Germany.
So what else, Peter?
Well, I like the a cappella room.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
He had the speakers angled a little bit. You'll see it in the video, and I'm not wondering if it wasn't because a little bit of the echo in the room. Their speakers, I believe, are going to be in the San Francisco show in a month or so. So you should seek those speakers out. They're gorgeous. Oh my goodness gracious. They're just beautiful. Beautiful to look at. Another interesting speaker was the Viva room. Viva, they must have had a tractor trailer bring all those speakers. Did you see the size of those horns? Multi-cell horns. They were sounding very believable. Soft on top, but very believable. None of this cuppy hand sound. So that was another nice room.
That one that went like this?
Stark?
Was that Stark? Where
It looked red. It was a small speaker.
No, it was black and silver, and it had shaped like that. It's shaped like almost like a paper clip.
It looked like a pipe coming around. You've seen images from it if you've been following show reports from the internet. You're looking at it right now. It's a 360-degree radiating pattern for the loudspeaker. Bay's Audio. B-A-Y-Z. Bay Audio Design is the name of the project, Bay Audio Design. Check it out, and I'll tell you, it had very believable sound. It was fast, it had good bass, and the speakers disappeared, and the room became music. So that was a very, very unique design that I don't think it's been shown in public before.
Good.
It sounded
really
very good, very
These
good product.
These were hard rooms to pick for show winners for sound this year. And now I have to bring up the most interesting product at the show, in my opinion.
And what would that be?
It would be the window loudspeakers at the AER Room. I'm not making this up, folks. These little tiny... What are they? They're little tiny drivers?
Well, they're drivers. The high frequencies come out of the front of this little cube,
and you stick it on a window.
And you can stick it on the window, and then the
window is
window
the loudspeaker
will move.
It was amazing.
As a low frequency driver.
And it sounded very, very good.
And it sounded good. Now
this is a brand new patent.
Brand new patent, and he's working on it. And we couldn't turn it up all the way because the windows were rattling a little bit, the hotel windows. So it was. But you'll hear it. I mean, my goodness gracious, this is this little teeny device that you stick up on your window, or you could have it on a speaker as well. They had it on a piece of plexiglass called the Lucy, and you'll hear that too. And then we did record the same track on the larger AERs that they did bring to the show, as kind of as an addendum to that video. So that was a very unique.
That was fun.
That was fun. That was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So that pretty much sums up Reviewer's View for Hi-Fi Deluxe 2018.
Every one of these rooms is going to have a video, though. If we
That's it.
And we can't stay on too long to talk about every room.
Yeah, we can't talk about every room because you're going to see them anyway.
Is give them each a video.
This is a teaser.
It's something that you can look forward to.
So that's right. So every room we covered this year. So you'll have you'll be able to enjoy Hi-Fi Deluxe just like we did.
At your home.
At your home. So Terry, we do this every Reviewer's View.
This is so easy.
Okay, what would you take home?
Omega Audio Concepts entire room. I love that we take entire rooms home now. This is fantasy. And I'm going to ask Mrs. Cohen to come and decorate for me.
There you go.
Because I can't do what she does.
I think it would look great in this room right here.
I
don't know.
So too.
Maybe the red cables would clash with our orange sofa.
No, red goes with everything.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected. What would I take home? I would take that Cube speaker home. I'd like to hear that. I'm curious, very curious about what that would sound like on the big system, on the tube system, on the audio note system upstairs. I think that it could be a wonderful match, and I think it might be a big up and comer in the world of affordable, in the world of high end loudspeakers that are smaller in format, but yet will fill a room with music. So that 10-inch is what I would take home with me.
Okay. Well, that wraps up Hi-Fi Deluxe 2018 Reviewer's View. Thank you for listening, and I hope you look forward to our videos.
Yeah, we'll see you at the next Reviewer's View, which will be of the Munich high-end show, the big show, and this was the year of the
big loudspeakers.
So
lots of good ones.
There's fantastic speakers coming up in the next Reviewer's View of the Munich high-end show.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching and enjoy the vids. Bye.